So let's go ahead. Now we will just get the user image URL, and we're gonna simply go ahead and create a method right in the home.dart. So whenever the app will run, so we're gonna get the username of that specific current user right at start at home, and also right from there we will also get the user image URL. Okay, so what I'll do first, we will go towards the widget and right in the global variable.dart, in here we will create a user image URL. In here we will say string type. Let's create that user image URL. Okay, provide empty string, edit and semicolon, and also we're gonna simply create another one for the get user name. This is gonna be right whenever the app will run, and it's gonna just log in the user and it's gonna be right on the home. So right from there, right from the start, we will get the user image URL and also their name specific. So in here provide the empty string, and we're gonna need that. Now close that dart file from here and go back to the upload at screen.dart. okay, so let's go ahead and create a method in which we will get those things as I told you already. So we will go ahead and just get it right at the home, and we will create a method in here above the widget build, okay, in which we will say get my data. That is going to be the method name, curly braces in here, and take this down from here. So in here first we will create a instance right to the firebase file store, create that instance in here, add towards the collection of users, okay, and from that specific document, okay, of a user, they're going to be the specific UID, and then you will simply get that, okay, and then we say dot then we're going to simply just get this down from here so that you guys can see it easily like that, and also this one. Now first import the library for this UID specific, okay. Now simply we will just remove that from here, and there we will provide result, get that created in here. Now in here curly braces and write it and semicolon, take this down from here. Now in there we will simply just call upon this state, so it will just change result dynamically whenever the app will run and get in the processing. Now in here we will simply just get the user image and user name as I told you already. So in here results, because we are getting twice, so in here let's provide the S, or otherwise it will work just same. So let's go ahead, then we say dot data, okay, and let's just get the user image, and guys the key name must be similar or otherwise it will not get that, okay. Let me also show you that key name right in the firebase file store, right in the collection of user, okay, so that you guys know. And I have already explained this in detail. Open the browser and search for Firebase console. In here we will go towards the Firebase database, okay. There we go with the collection users, okay, and there go the document, and in here as you guys can see the key name of a user image and the user name, okay. It must be same or otherwise it will not just get that data from here, from this specific collection of a user right in the Firebase Firestore database, okay. So let's go back to the app, and in here it will just get that. Now we will just copy that and down in here paste it, and this time we will say user name, okay. Now we will just assign those data right to the string variable that we just created right in the global variables, okay, which was by the name of user image URL, as you guys can see the suggestion. And also this one we created by the get username. There we go. Okay, so we are done with that specific method. Now we can simply go and get that user image URL, and we will use it right in the upload at screen dot, and we will set it there. So close that home dot from here, go back to the upload at screen. Here we are back. Okay, now get this down, and in here we will provide the key name. Okay guys, img pro, I'll give this name in here, and then we say colon. And guys, remember, we are setting that, as I explained this in detail before, right in the items collection and right in the Firebase Firestore. It will just create that. Okay, and we're creating that instance. Let's go ahead and get the user image URL in here. Right after this image pro, which is a profile picture of a user, we already get that and set it. Okay, now right after that we will simply first go and create a method for just getting the complete address of a specific current user. Okay, and also with that we will just get the latitude and longitude. So first we're gonna go and we're gonna get that right at home. Whenever the app will run, it will just log in the user, and the user is gonna be right inside the home screen. So from there it's gonna get the location of a specific user who's gonna be online. Okay, so we are about to go and create some methods which will simply just get the complete address of a current user, and then we will come right in here and then we will just get and set it. Okay, so let's go ahead, open the home screen. From here open that dart file above the widget build. Okay, as you guys can see right in here, we will create that method in here. So we will simply just give the name as get user address, and braces, this will be asynchronous, so in here async, and then curly braces in here, and tag this down. So the first thing that we will do in here, we will just take the position in here. Okay, just the position, not position. Okay, remember that. So in here just write it like that. There we go with the suggestion. As you guys can see, that first one with the package geolocator. Okay, dot. We're gonna get that right in here, and now we will just create the new position to it, give that name, and simply just click upon that position and import the library geolocator. Okay, there we go. Now what we will assign in here, first we will say avit. Okay, and then with the help of geolocator, as you guys can see the suggestion in here, we will just get the current position. Okay, so in here we will say get current position, and also in there we're gonna simply just first get this down so that you guys can see it easily from here. Now right in this get current location, we're gonna just get the location accuracy, okay, of a specific user. So in here what we will say desired accuracy, and then we will say location accuracy. There we go, and then we will just get this with a high accuracy. Okay, so it's gonna simply get the high accurate location of a user. So in here we will say high, it's gonna just get the accurate location, and write it and semicolon, as you guys can see. Now take this down. Now in here, in which we just assign that, okay, as I explained this, we just assign that in this new position. So in here we're gonna now just assign the new position, write it and semicolon. Okay, we will assign that right towards another position. Okay, so what we will do in here, first let me just write in here, then we will declare it. Okay, so in here position, as you guys can see, we just assign that into this position. Now we will just go and declare this as a global. Okay, what we will do, we will go towards the widgets, as you guys can see right in here, open that, and then go towards the global variable dot. In here we will just declare that as a global, so we can access that globally. Okay, so in here we will say position, first just call upon that in here, and then we say the name position in here. So it's done. it automatically import the package, as you guys can see right in here, that library. Now just close date, and from here you guys can see the error has been gone already. Let's move further. Now we're gonna need the place marks, in which we will simply just assign the place marks, which will be the longitude and latitude. We will assign that right in the place marks. So first let's go ahead and we will also just declare that globally. So in here, go towards the global variable dot. In here, let's create that. So right in here we will say, and remember guys, we will just create this as a list. Okay, there is gonna be a couple of place marks, so we have to get that as a list. So in here, list, okay, and then right in there we will say place mark with a small m in here. That is fine. Now let's in here give the name as a place marks, okay, as you guys can see in here, and we will just now import the library, as you guys can see. So since it's belong to a null safety, so in here have that, and the error will be gone, as you guys can see. Now let's go ahead towards the home screen dot. In here, let's get that place marks. Okay, so in here we will say place marks, as we just declared a while ago. In here now we will just assign first, we will say await, since asynchronous method. So in here we will say await, and then we will say place mark from coordinate, have that in here, import the library. You guys will also then see the suggestion. Okay, that is fine. Now if you just remove the s, and there we go. Okay, with the suggestion. Now all you just go is gonna just take the latitude and longitude, as I told you already. Okay guys, now with that we will simply say position, okay, with a null check, and then we say dot latitude. It's gonna get that from here. So what I'll do, I'll just get this down from here so that you guys can see it easily. Okay, now simply we're gonna get the longitude. So in here we will say position with a null check, and then we say dot longitude. Okay, and write it and comma, all just good, and in here semicolon, all just fine. Right after that, in here we will just have that place mark created in here, place mark, and that place mark give the name, okay, type object in here, and now in here we will just assign those place marks, okay, from the 0th index. As I told you, we just declared it as a list. There's going to be a couple of place marks. So in here we will say place marks with a null check and from the 0th index, all just fine. Assign that, write it and semicolon, all good. Now what I'll do, we will just simply now get the complete address. So what we will do, in here we will create a string type, and we're gonna give the name as a new complete address. Okay, in here just make the spelling right, and then we say address. Now in this variable as a string type, we will just now assign the complete address. Okay, for example, the locality, the sub-administrative areas, and the postal code of that specific location of a current user. Okay, now what we will do, just the first thing, we will have that string in here, and then we say in here $, and then we will have a curly braces. Now right inside that, with the help of place marks, okay, that one in which we just assign that place marks from the 0th index, okay, that one from the above. So what we will do in here, with the help of place marks, just mark, okay guys, remember that. Then we said dot sub through fare, as you guys can see the suggestion right in here. We will have that in here, and with it what we will do, let me just take this down from here so that you guys can see it easily. Okay, now with it we will say again $, curly braces, okay, and right inside that we will say place mark, okay, and then we say dot through fare like that, and right at end in here comma. Now let's move further. In here we will have another, so what I'll do, I'll just copy that from here to here, copy it for time saving, and in here we will paste it. Okay, so in here we will say place mark sub through fare, and place mark gonna be right there, and then we will just get the locality. So in here we will say locality, there we go with the segregation, as you guys can see. Now what I'll do, I'll just in here paste it again, and this time we're gonna just remove that from here, and we're gonna simply just get the sub administrative areas. Okay, so in here we'll say sub administrative area, as you guys can see the segregation right in here. Simply get that in here comma, all fine. Now right after that in here what we will do, we will just paste it again, and this time we're gonna get the administrative area, as you guys can see, and in here we will just get the postal code. So in here we'll say postal, there we go, the segregation, as you guys can see. Now right at end, the last thing that we will do, we will just paste it again, and this time we will just remove that from here, remove it, and in here comma, and this time what we will do, in here place mark, we will just simply get the country. Okay, so in here there we go with the segregation, get that in here. Okay, and right at end semicolon, all just fine, as you guys can see that in here. So we have successfully just get the complete address. Okay, as you guys can see right in here everything. Now we just assign that right in this new complete address string type variable. Now what we will do, we will create another string type variable, and we will declare that as a global, so we can get the location globally. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just go and create another variable, and we will just make this as a global so that we can have the access, okay, everywhere. So in here let's go ahead and create that string type variable. We're gonna simply just give the name as a complete address. Okay, now as initial we will just give the empty string in here, all just good. Now we will go and use that. So right down below in here what I'll do, I'll just assign the new complete address. Okay, which one? That one. We will just assign that right at end semicolon right towards the complete address that we just declare globally. Okay, now we just assign that, and what I'll do, I'll just simply print that address now. So in here we will say print, and right in there we'll have that complete address right at end semicolon. And what we will do right at end, we will just simply return what? The complete address. Okay guys, there we go, right at end semicolon. So we have successfully completed that method, and we just get the user address in it. Okay, later on we will come back right to this specific home screen dot, and we're gonna simply call upon that right in the init stat. Okay, that method and also that method. So whenever we will run the app and the user gonna log in, is gonna be right on the home screen, it's gonna get that dynamically, okay, right in the process. So what I'll do, I'll just go towards the upload at screen dot. As you guys can see right in here, we will just close that for now, and also that one. Now we are on the upload at screen dot, as you guys can see right in here.